Nigeria Aviation Minister, Festus Keyamo says the ministry has directed for the aviation staff who released the video footage containing the aspect of an Ibom Airlines passenger, Comfort Emmanson or Bob, seen in an indecent appearance with her chest sexual organs exposed after the passenger shirt was torn by an Ibom Airlines staff, while security operatives were seen in the viral video dragging the aggrieved passenger out of the aircraft following an act of confrontation between the passenger and Ibom Airlines hostesses, which one of the hostesses blocked the right of way of the passenger and prevented the passenger from disembarking from the plane. And after countless warning to the airline passenger to leave the road, the passenger went physical with the hostess by allegedly slapping her on the face, which the confrontation with the hostess apparently led to the alleged destruction of the plane divider cotton, which Ibom Airlines valued at $2,500 as stated in count 5 of the 5-count charges the police filed against the passenger at Ikeja Magistrate Court in Lagos State. The Aviation Minister, Festus Keyamo, who described the behavior of the passenger as unruly, said, although the airline staff is right to video record the event of the passenger's behavior for the purpose of legal action, but it is totally unacceptable for the staff to release part of the video that exposed the passenger's nakedness, especially her breasts. Details of the minister's statement reads verbatim below. Enough is enough. Reading the Riot Act on Aviation Safety and Security in reference to the case of unruly Comfort Bob on Ibom Airline and related incidents. Earlier today, we again woke up to viral videos of a female passenger on Ibom Airline, now identified as Comfort Emmanson or Comfort Bob, who went berserk and physically assaulted both the flight crew and the ground staff. The incident took place yesterday, August 10, 2025 on Ibom Airline flight number Q153 from Uyo to Lagos at about 14:54 hours. Ibom Airline has since issued a statement to provide some context to the effect that the whole unfortunate incident arose because of the refusal of the passenger to switch off her phone during takeoff as required by extant international civil aviation regulations. Consequently, in the last few hours, I have been speaking with the Commissioner of Police of the Airport Police Command, the DG of the NCAA and his team, the MD of FAAN and her team, the COO of Ibom Air and his team about the incident. Apart from the indefinite flight ban imposed on the said unruly passenger, both local and international, by the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, the police has promptly arraigned her this morning at the Ikeja Magistrate's Court for criminal offences and remanded her at Kirikiri prisons as she could not provide adequate sureties in court. I have attached the charge sheet and remand order for clarity. We also note the scuffle that took place between the unruly passenger and ground personnel before she was eventually subdued. This was because of her uncooperative attitude. Whilst we support the filming of her recalcitrant behavior as evidence to prosecute her, what is deplorable is to release such evidence containing indecent exposure to the public to ridicule her. That is totally unacceptable to us. A careful study of the viral video involving the Ibom Airline personnel, Lagos Airport security operatives and an aggrieved passenger, Comfort Emmanson on board the airline plane on Sunday indicated that while the enraged passenger was being dragged off the plane by 3 men, who held her 2 hands and legs, suspending her a little bit on the air, a lady putting on Ibom Air corporate clothes who was behind the camera lens could be seen in the video to have approached the passenger at the door point of the plane while the passenger was about to be taken out, apparently dipped her hand towards the waist part of the passenger, untucked the passenger shirt from the trousers, grabbed and pulled the passenger's shirt towards her head, and in the process, the passenger shirt got torn and the passenger's chest sexual organs or private parts were completely exposed. The action of the Ibom Airline staff appeared to be deliberate, as the airline female staff was not part of those dragging the passenger off the aircraft, and after the female passenger's body was exposed, the Ibom Airlines female staff never joined or assisted the security operatives to drag the passenger off the plane. This indicated that the motive of the female staff of Ibom Airline was solely to remove the passenger shirt and expose the aggrieved airline passenger to ridicule. The video of the passenger's partial nakedness, especially her two breasts completely exposed due to the apparent action of a yet-to-be-arrested and prosecuted female staff of Ibom Airlines, has since gone viral, with some pornographic channels already updating their channels with the partial nakedness of the Ibom Airlines passenger. According to Punch newspaper, Comfort Emmanson, the passenger accused of assaulting airline officials aboard an Ibom Air flight from Uyo to Lagos, has been charged in court and remanded in Kirikiri Correctional Center in Lagos. Tunde Mashood, Special Advisor on Media and Communications to the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, SAN, confirmed the development in a post on his official X handle on Monday. The more reason the flying public should be more careful. The unruly passenger on the Uyo-Lagos bound Ibom Air, Miss Comfort Emmanson, has been charged to court and she's now cooling off in Kirikiri, Mashood wrote. Ibom Air, in a press statement on Monday, said that Ibom Air confirms that on Sunday, August 10, 2025, an incident occurred on board our Uyo-Lagos flight involving a passenger, Comfort Emmanson, whose conduct posed a serious threat to the safety of our crew, passengers, and aircraft. Shortly before takeoff from Uyo, Emmanson was instructed in line with standard aviation safety procedures to switch off her mobile phone. She bluntly refused to comply until the pilot in command made an announcement, after which a fellow passenger seated beside her took the phone and switched it off. This action prompted a verbal tirade from Emmanson. The situation was eventually calmed, and the flight departed as scheduled. Upon arrival in Lagos, Emmanson waited for all other passengers to disembark and then proceeded to confront the purser who had earlier instructed her. She walked up to the unsuspecting purser, stepped on her, forcibly tore off her wig, removed her glasses and threw it to the floor, and used her footwear to assault her. Management of National Youth Service Corps under the leadership of Brigadier General Olukunle Nafiu has given reasons why a serving Nigeria Youth Corps member, Ashie Rita Aguimaye, was denied NYSC discharge certificate that could have enabled her exit the one-year mandatory program after she completed the one-year paramilitary service to her nation as a new graduate, and, according to a statement posted and made available by NYSC on Sunday, with no name of the authority responsible for the press statement written or mentioned in the statement, the NYSC said Corps member Rita Aguimaye's discharge certificate was withheld and her service year extended by 2 months following her alleged absence or failure to attend the April 2025 NYSC biometrics clearance at Etiosa Local Government Area Secretariat, and the month stated by NYSC was barely few days after the Corps member had cried out loud in the month of March 2025 over the apparent increasing high rates of hunger as a result of rising costs of living in Nigeria, and as such, she described the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as a terrible president. In a swift reaction to the reason given by NYSC, Rita Aguimaye's lawyer, Barrister Anibahe Efyoung, while answering questions from Channel's television program presenters on Monday morning, said, the statement issued by the management of the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, on its decision to extend the service period, and withhold the certificate of national service of Corps member Ashie Rita Aguimaye alias Raye does not represent the truth of the matter, saying, on April 7, 2025, Rita was physically present at the local government secretariat for the head count and clearance, but the NYSC official at the local government level deliberately refused to attend to her, even after 6 hours waiting, during which she was asked to go back and queued up on the line repeatedly. The NYSC official still refused to attend to her, and thereafter, on April 11, 2025, the Corps member went to meet the NYSC official and begged her to allow her perform her April 2025 biometrics clearance. The NYSC female official refused and asked the Corps member to leave. This, Amnesty International said the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, must rescind its decision. The Amnesty International described as arbitrary and outrageous, saying, NYSC allegedly used bureaucratic tricks to extend the Corps member national service year over the government's unacceptable intolerance of dissenting voices, with former Nigeria Vice President Atiku Abubakar describing the NYSC action as impunity, and as such cautioned the government against subjecting everything to politics. And on Monday morning, the former governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi, issued a statement and said, "In our country today, hunger and poverty are not just distant statistics, they are the harsh reality that millions of our people face daily." Recently, the United Nations stated that about 34 million Nigerians will face acute food insecurity, and about 63% of our population, which is about 133 million people, now live in multidimensional poverty. Inflation, even with the suppressed statistics.
Hostesses bringing you the news in a more digital way.